Hey guys, it's me, Shakira G, back again with another video. Your girl has been MIA, and now I'm back. So today what I decided to do was show you guys how I crimp my own hair using a bed head crimper. So today I decided to redo my hair, and I was in the mirror like, I'm feeling myself. And I was like, let me crimp my hair. I recently did a client slash friend at my church, and I crimped her hair, and it was like so cute. And I was like, you know what? I looked at my hair like, you getting crimped today. So this is how we got here, y'all. We started from the bottom, now we here. So crimping is very repetitive. Very repetitive. So basically what I do is comb out the hair because the hair was not straightened at all. And by the way, this is my Anointed Bundles Vietnamese hair. I've had this particular hair since I would say about 6 years. I've been having this hair in rotation. This is my personal hairline. I'm looking to do pre-orders now, but eventually I will always be in stock. So what I do is comb it out. I straightened it with a red flat iron. The reason why I use the red flat iron because the heat doesn't get too hot, and with colored hair you want to be careful how much heat you use because you can scorch the hair and create a different color, and that's not cute. That's not sopped up, y'all. So those were the first two things that I do, and then I start the crimp at the base. Once I start the crimp at the base, I just follow the pattern. Some people, they'll go over the pattern as they go down, but I don't do that. I wait till I get to the end of the crimp pattern to start another crimp. I don't know if you guys understand what I'm saying, but I'm going to show you in this next subsection. So basically, this is me combing the piece out, using that flat iron that is not too hot. For this colored hair, that's only for colored hair, and I start at the base. See, when I crimp down, I let go and I start completely on a new piece of hair that's not crimped. I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say. I don't go over like the last crimp like most people do, and that's what created this wave pattern, because depending on where you start your pattern from the last time you used it is how your crimps will come out. And also, as you can see, I didn't use any product, barely any product, because I'm a girl that likes my hair to be free. I don't like a Stiffiana weave. What is a Stiffiana weave? It's when your weave, it don't move. I don't like that. So I make sure that I don't put too much product so that won't happen. But when I did style my hair, I used some Got To Be glue to keep my ponytail in the front in place. And I did spray it on like the top part to make sure that all my tracks were covered in the back. So that's about the only product that's in here. Oh yeah, and some bio silk. Now you see me clipping up that part in the top because I like to do all of my like ending crimps together, because I feel like it makes and creates a uniform look when you do it that way. I'm not a person to do like a whole left side of my curls, then the whole right side of my curls. I usually start in the back and I do my framing in my face, and then I do the top all together, if you guys understand what I'm saying, because then the hair falls the same way, and since it's the last few that are curled, the curls look more balanced, because you know curls fall, even crimps fall. So let me give you a few pro tips when you're crimping. When you're doing colored hair, you don't want to use super high heat unless you know you have some good reliable hair, because when you're doing certain colors like ash tones and things like that, colors that are toned or colors that are lifted, it is easy to scorch the hair, and you want to make sure that the hair is, you know, nice and balanced and even in color. So I would suggest for anybody that's doing any color hair that's brighter than mine, be careful with your heat. Like my hair is colored to a point to where I was able to use a higher heat without scorching the hair. But be careful for the girls that like to wear platinum blonde and brighter hair. Don't do too much heat on your colored and processed hair, because it's not gonna give what it's supposed to give. You might end up with some marks, and that's not cute. So what I'm doing now is taking down another subsection in the front. My whole idea was to create volume, so I made shorter subsections around the frame of my ponytail so that it was able to give a lot of volume. I like big hair. I'm not a person that likes thin, natural looking stuff. That's not me. I mean, I can, but for the most part, I love me a whole bunch of bundles. That's just my personality. Don't come for me. But what I'm doing is stacking the crimps. So like the more subsections I make on top of each other, the more volume that I create. So if you feel like this is too many crimps or if this is too much hair for you, use less subsections. And I wouldn't say less subsections. Use fuller subsections, not in width, but in length. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, because the pieces that I'm doing around the frame of my face are thinner slices. If you don't want too many crimps going on, if you don't want it to look voluminous, then you use thicker pieces as you stack. Another thing, you want to create balance when you're doing your hairstyle. So I'm a person that I'm very calculated when I stack. So the amount of stacks that's on the left will be on the right side as well. I'm just one of those people that pay attention. I do that with my tracks as well. That's how you create fullness in the front of your hair. Sometimes people will have an unbalanced weave, meaning that they have more hair on one side than they do the other. But me, I pay attention to those little details because that's what creates a fuller look, and that's what creates a more balanced look in hair. So for me, I'm not a person that just does hair. I'm actually very calculated when I'm doing hair. As you can see that I'm stacking this hair and it's coming out wonderfully. What creates this type of look is like two elements. Good hair. You can make bad hair look good, yes. But when you have good hair, you don't have to use a lot of product. You don't have to worry about frizz. You don't have to worry about those things. Those type of things is what creates a very, very beautiful result. But as you can see, I'm getting to the top and I'm starting to feel myself. Feel myself. Okay, so now we're getting to the middle and the top. So I kind of do the middle crimps in the back a different way. Instead of bringing them all to the side, I usually crimp up. So you see that I'm framing my face with the ones on the angle, but once I get to the middle, you will see that I start crimping it upward. And I just follow the pattern and I go behind the pattern. I don't go over the pattern. I hope you guys understand what I'm saying. So this is where I was talking about I'm going to start doing it upward. Now when I start at the base, I'm making sure that the crimp is clamped on the base. And then I do bring it down because I want that piece in the middle to be covered. Once I'm done, I'll show you the back to see what I mean. So you see that when I start a new subsection, I make sure that I'm not going over the crimp, that I'm starting a whole new crimp. And I do it this way because I still want it to have balance. I don't want it to look like I crimped my own hair. So these type of things, if you do this all the way down the middle, you won't have any gaps within your crimps, which I don't like. But you can go on ahead and fix it how you need to fix it. And this was a crimp. It was like too disorganized for me, so I tried to redo it. But if you guys are having a problem with your crimps, you can always go back and restart. And how you do that is make sure that you don't have a lot of product in your hair, because you don't want to fry your hair. And give it a decent straightening before you could restart it. And then that second time you crimp, you may have to use product because it won't give the same effect. Also, when you're using this bedhead crimper, it has the high heat of 450, but I still allow the crimp to sit at least 8 to 10 seconds. Literally, I'm counting 8 to 10 seconds in my head, so I'm able to create a very well-defined crimp. My intention was not to run my hands through the crimps. I just wanted them to stack and fall on their own. So if you want a real defined crimp, you have to make sure that you're holding that heat on each crimp at least 8 to 10 seconds. So this is the back, and that was the gap that I wanted to cover. So that's why it's good to do that one piece in the back. And since I didn't put a lot of hair in the front intentionally, I didn't want this thick ponytail right at the top of my head. I wanted it to look natural. I didn't put a lot of hair in my ponytail on top. And the way I did my ponytail on the top was different as well. I actually allowed the hair from the frontal to be in the ponytail as well, instead of wrapping that little piece and making a bun and gluing the tracks on top of that. I didn't do that method. What I ended up doing is putting the ponytail in. I made sure that I used some shield. You can use hair shield, or got to be glued spray. Got to be glue spray is a good shield as well. So once I take the tracks off the top, I'm still going to be able to use my frontal. And I just glued around the base with a few tracks to create a little bit more fullness. Now what you see me doing is separating these pieces into 3. Reason being is because I want, one crimp to go to the side, one crimp to go to the other side, and one crimp to cover the back. So when you're crimping and curling your hair, make sure that your crimps and curls are balanced. And once you create that balance and everything is even, you will have a more professional look. My bad, y'all. I realize that I'm dancing back and forth in this video, but that's just my natural flow. I'm a person that just rocks side to side when I'm doing hair. My hair, anybody's hair. So my bad for that. But yeah, my crimper, I accidentally turned it off, so it's just me. I was waiting for heat. That's why I went over the last one that I did, and now I'm picking up where I left off at. But as you can see, both sides are balanced. I made sure that my subsections are the same fullness, the same everything, so it could be even, guys. What we're trying to have is an even balanced hairstyle. Once I get to the back, I didn't really have to put product like I told you, because when I did the ponytail and I did the top back of the hair, I already sprayed Got to Be Glued there. But everything else, there's no product in my hair but a little bit of BioSilk. I used the straightening that is able to look uniform. If your hair is a more crinkly hair, I would suggest that you just go ahead and flat iron your whole head before you even do the crimps, so the crimps can be more defined. And ta-da! Now I'm just playing, y'all. This is basically the end. This is the finished product. This is how it came out. And what you're gonna see me do is just get myself together. I decided to put a little makeup, baby makeup tutorial in the middle of this thing as well. So I hope you guys enjoy. So here, I basically already put on my foundation. The type of foundation I use is Huda Fox Filter. Very great foundation. It don't move type of foundation. And I use for my contouring the Fenty contour stick in Espresso. So I use my fingers a lot when I do my makeup, because I don't have the smaller brushes and I don't have time to be using them smaller brushes trying to do all that extraness. So I just make sure that I define the places around the frame of my face with my contour. I like my contour to match my skin more than my foundation, because I like a brighter look in my face. Blending is very important, because you don't want no super harsh lines in your face. And since it was just like a regular day, I was just going to get my nails and feet done, which I was so excited, because that's just my thing. I'm all things glam. I'm a bit extra, if you notice. I'm a little bit extra, but you know, God made me this way. He created me this way. I just like to enhance what he already gave me. So I set my face today with that Fenty Fox Filter powder. So it's usually darker than I'll usually go if I'm doing like an event or something. If I'm going to an event or church, I like to do a brighter contour. I use Huda setting powder in, I think it's banana. I like a higher, not higher, why I keep saying higher, a brighter setting under my eyes and on my nose. So it just enhances my cheekbones, which I like my cheekbones. So that's what you see me using a little bit of, but I did use the Fox filter today to set the highlights, because I didn't want a super bright look in the daytime. Was not going for that look. Just decided to put on a little makeup, because I feel like with colored hair, your face should be made up. So that's just my personal opinion, guys. Don't shoot me. But yeah, this is basically it. I didn't go with any lashes today. I just put it on a baby bit of mascara, and that was it. And I just threw on a little shimmy today, a little razzle dazzle frazzle. So you will see the full end result in a hot second. Oh yeah, and before I pop up out of here, I used Morphe H35 palette, and I just picked a few earth tone colors from there, because I wasn't trying to do too much. As I said, I wanted to have a very like made up but unmade up look today. Was going a little bit natural, just so I could just be cute, to be honest. I was feeling myself, and I wanted to be cute, so I threw on a little bit of makeup, a little razzle dazzle frazzle. Ta-da! This was the look for today. I was just going to get my nails and feet done that day, so I threw something on for y'all, and have a blessed one.